students, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about class 12, the chapter 3D, and the topic is equation of a line in a space. Now equation of straight line, already we have got some idea, or we have actually studied in class 11, but here we will be doing for three-dimensional geometry, that means three-dimensional space. Okay, so and class 11 actually we have done for two-dimensional part. So for equation of line in a space, there are two specific points, there are two specific articles you can say. So the number one is equation of a line passing through a given point and parallel to a given vector. So this will be our first topic. Obviously this is the first one, there is the second one, what I told. So for this we need to draw a figure. Okay, so this normally a three-dimensional figure means that three-dimensional graphical system. Now think about that this is a line. Okay, this line's equation we need to find out. The line is passing through a given point, suppose that name is A, and it is parallel to a given vector, that is suppose B vector. Its direction is this side. Okay, now for finding equation of a line, that means this one, we will always take a general point on it, that is, think about that is as P. Normal P denotes the general point. Then we will join this is O origin, we will join the points A and P with O. Okay, obviously this side it is AP vector. OA vector is the position vector of A, OP vector is the position vector of P. Okay, now from this, the whole figure, you can see one thing, that AP vector is parallel to B vector. We can write parallel vector or collinear vector. Already we have discussed about parallel or collinear vector in previous chapters, vector. So you can check the description box and go to its link, so you can understand that. So that means AP vector can be written as lambda B vector when lambda is a scalar. So this is number one I am giving. Right. Now from this one I am giving the name as R vector, and the given position vector is small a vector or capital A. From this you can see one triangle is formed, that means we can apply triangle law for vector addition here, and from the triangle law we can write, from triangle OAP we can write AP vector, A vector plus AP vector is equals to R vector. Okay, therefore from this we can write R vector equals to A vector plus lambda B vector, because this is AP vector is lambda B. Okay, this is number 2 equation. Okay, So this r vector equals to a vector plus lambda b vector. This is the, let me rub it out. R vector equals to a vector plus lambda b vector. This one is the vector equation of the line passing through a given point and parallel to a given vector. This is the vector equation. Okay. So there is one Cartesian equation also. Now we will be doing that, and before that we will be doing one remark on it. Now let b vector equals to b1i plus b2j plus b3k. Okay, if b vector's components can be written like this, b1i plus b2j plus b3k, then directly we can say b1, b2, b3, these are direction ratios of this vector, that means the line. So b1, b2, b3 will be the direction ratios of this line. Okay. Conversely, if b1, b2, b3 are direction ratios of a line, then b vector equals to b1i plus b2j plus b3k. This line is parallel or collinear to the first line. So this is the remark actually. Now we will use this remark for doing the next part, that means Cartesian equation of a line. We will be deriving it from vector equation. That will be very easy. Vector equation we got as r vector is equals to a vector plus lambda b vector, right? We will be taking r vector as, I am giving it number 1, r vector as xi plus yj plus zk. Okay, a vector, which is the given vector, we will be taking it as a1i plus a2j plus a3k. b vector equals to b1i, this is the given vector, b2j plus b3k, given and parallel vector. Okay, we will now just replace these values with components here in this equation. So from number 1 we are getting xi hat plus yj hat plus zk hat. It's equals to, if we are adding this, that means first one plus lambda into second one. If you are simply multiplying lambda here, you will be getting lambda b1, lambda b2, lambda b3 like this. And then we are adding these two. We are getting a1 plus lambda b1 into I. So a1 plus lambda b1 into I plus a2 plus lambda b2 into j plus a3 plus lambda b3 to k vector. Okay. So when we have got two equal vectors, now you all know definition of equal vectors. So we have got two equal vectors, one is left hand side and one is right hand side. Equal vector means its components also will be same. Corresponding components always will be same. That means x will be equal to a1 plus lambda b1. Okay. So I am writing over here. Comparing both the vectors, we will be getting x equals to a1 plus lambda b1, y equals to a2 plus lambda b2, and z equals to a3 plus lambda b3. Okay. So from this we can write, from the first one, lambda can be written as x minus a1 divided by b1. From the second one, lambda is equals to y minus a2 divided by b2. And from the third one, lambda can be written as z minus a3 divided by b3. Okay. Now from these three we can get lambda's value only, so we can equalize all three together and we will write that. So I am writing over here this one. Therefore we can write x minus a1 divided by b1 equals to y minus a2 divided by b2 equals to z minus a3 divided by b3, which I am giving number 2, and this one is the Cartesian equation of a line passing through a given point and parallel to a given vector. Now if the question is given in component form directly, or component, if it is given in component form, you can do directly this one or this one, no problem with that. But suppose the component is given in normal coordinates form, okay, like means position vector has given as suppose 1, 2, 3. I am just giving you a very simple example. Think about a line which passes through a particular point, suppose 1, 2, 3, and parallel to a vector. Suppose the line is suppose A. This A is suppose 1, 2, 3, and the line is the vector. The line we are going to find that is parallel to the vector. Suppose that is 3i minus 2j plus 4k, right? This is the parallel vector and this is the given point. Means we have to take it as this one and this one like this. That means OA vector. This is OA vector is equals to 1, 2, 3. OA vector is equals to I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap, right? And this one to be taken as B vector, which is the parallel vector. So eventually we can write this one B1, this is B2, obviously with the negative sign, and this is B3, right? These are A1, A2 and A3. So directly you can form the equation. How? The equation will be x minus 1 divided by b1, that means 3, then y minus 2 divided by b2, that means minus 2, then z minus 3 divided by 4, that means b3, and this will be the answer. Okay, so in this way we can find out the equation, that is the vector equation and Cartesian equation of a line passing through a given point and parallel to a given vector. Now there is another second point actually. So second condition also you can see, that is equation of a line passing through two given points. Okay, this is the second one. Equation of a line passing through two given points. Previously it was passing through one given point and one parallel to one given line. For this we will draw a figure. X, Y, Z. Okay, suppose this is the line. This one is the first point A and this is the second point B. So we will join those two origin. We will take its position vector's name as small a vector and small b vector. For doing this, like previous one, I am again telling, we need to take a general point on the line, that is, think about this is a general point P and we will again join it here. So this is R vector, I am taking R vector. Okay. Now if we take the triangle OAP, then AP vector like this and PV vector like this. So triangle OAP gives us AP vector equals to R minus A vector, right? Because A vector plus AP vector equals to R vector, so AP vector equals to R minus A vector. Now if we take triangle OAB, the bigger triangle OAB, then we will be getting AB vector equals to A vector plus AB vector and this is B vector. So AB vector is equals to B minus A vector. Okay, AB vector equals to B minus A vector. Now from these two, one thing we can see, AP vector and AB vector actually collinear vectors. So AP vector and AB vector, they are collinear because they are on the same line. Both the vectors are situated on the same line. That means they are collinear. Now collinearity means we can write that AB vector is equals to lambda AP vector, lambda into AP vector, or AP vector is equals to lambda into AB vector. So we will write that AP vector equals to lambda into, because we need to isolate R. For that would be easy. AP vector equals to lambda into AB vector. Okay, lambda can be anything, any scalar. AP vector means R minus A vector, so it's lambda into B minus A vector. That means R vector is equals to A vector plus lambda into B minus A vector. And this is the vector equation of the required line that is passing through two given points. Two given points means first one given point's position vector is A vector and another point's position vector is B vector. Okay, so this is the vector equation. This is the vector equation. and that means we need to find out its Cartesian equation also. So we will do that now. For that we don't need the figure. Cartesian equation, again like previous, we will be taking r vector as xi hat plus yj hat plus zk hat. A vector is equals to a1i plus a2j plus a3k. B vector equals to b1i plus b2j plus b3k. Okay. Then we will put all these three values here. From this we are getting xi plus yj plus zk is equals to a vector means a1i plus, look, I am writing it once, that is a vector plus lambda b minus a vector. That means a vector can be taken as common, so a vector's coefficient will be 1. Coefficient means its multiplier will be, scalar multiplier will be 1 plus lambda. So I am doing that calculation and then coming back. So after equating both sides and the calculation, we will be getting x and y and z's value like this: a1 plus lambda into b1 minus a1, a2 plus lambda into b2 minus a2, a3 plus lambda into b3 minus a3. So these are the three values of x, y and z. From these three values we can find out lambda's value, and like previous one we can equalize lambda's value and we will get it the equation. That means the lambda's value will be x minus a1 divided by b1 minus a1. So we can write that as x minus a1 divided by b1 minus a1 is equals to y minus a2 divided by b2 minus a2 and z minus a3 divided by b3 minus a3, and this will be the Cartesian equation of the line which is passing through two given points. Okay, the points are A and B and their coordinates are A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3. Or you can see their position vectors are A1i plus A2j plus A3k and B1i plus B2j plus B3k. So these two are the main two, but in this two ways we can find out equation of a line in space. One is passing through 2 points and one is passing through 1 point and parallel to one given vector. Okay, after this you have angle between two lines, which is now just few days ago our board has cut it from the syllabus, so we will not do that. But depending on up to this, you can easily do exercise, this exercise which is 11.2, exercise 11.2 up to 9, question number 9. Up to question number 9 will be your homework, and this can be done very easily just to apply the formula or the process that I discussed today. So this is all about today's session, students. I hope you all have understood, and we will meet in the next video with any other topic. Till then, have a good day.